All right, IM2 classes. Today we're multiplying polynomials. We're going to start off pretty basic, just a skill we've already done multiple times in this class, and then we're gonna slightly get more complicated, but it's all pretty similar. The skill that we're doing, so we're starting off with 2 times 5n minus 2. All you need to do is distribute. And if you remember, that's all we're really doing. It's going to be pretty simple. So when we distribute, 2 times 5m is 10m. 2 times minus 2, that's going to be minus 4. And that is it. We're done. Just distribute. So when you have one number on the outside, just going to distribute. So here, um, make sure when you distribute, you keep track when you're multiplying the x's. So 4x times 2x. So 4 times 2 is 8. X times x is x squared. So 8x squared. 4x times 4 is 16. So 4 times 4 is 16. And then we have the x from there. So 16x squared. And that's it. The most common mistake I'll see is people forgetting to leave, forgetting the x at the end. So make sure when you're multiplying, if there's an x on the outside, keep track of it, right? So x times x is the x squared, and then the x here, we need to make sure we include it there. So let's do another distribute, 5x squared. So 5x squared times x, no number to multiply the 5 with, so it's just the 5, then x squared times x. I'll do this off the side just to reminders. Okay, maybe not right there. Uh, X squared times x, you get that's x to the third because you're getting three x's multiplied together. So x to the third, and then 5x squared times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. Don't forget to put the x squared on there. So you're just distributing. So here is where it's going to get a little bit more in depth. There's two methods to do this. I do not care which method you use. I'll show you both methods. You pick the one that works best for you. The first one is to distribute, and I'm going to show you the whole process in the next example. I'm going to streamline a little bit so it's a little bit less work. But with this one, what you are going to do is you actually split up this um, first binomial. So I'm going to have the x down here and then plus 1 over here. And then they each get the 7x, the second binomial. So then you just distribute like we did on the last ones. X times 7x, that's going to be 7x squared. X times 4 is 4x. And then here, distribute the 1. 1 times 7x is just 7x. 1 times 4 is 4. And then combine like terms in the middle. So we have the like terms. 4x plus 7x is 11x. So you get 7x squared plus 11x plus 4. That is it. The next way to do it is a box method. So the box method is you're actually going to draw a box and it's going to be a 2 by 2 box. What you're creating is basically a multiplication table that you're going to fill in. So you're going to put one of the polynomials on top. It doesn't matter which one. So be x plus 1. The other one's going to go on the side, 7x plus 4. And then you multiply to get the boxes inside, just like a multiplication table. So I'll do 7x times x is going to go in this first box here. So 7x times x is 7x squared. 7x times 1 is 7x. X times 4 is 4x. 1 times 4 is 4. Then if you set up the box correctly, your like terms will just be kitty corner from one another right here. So you have to combine those like terms. You do have to rewrite out the polynomial. So 4x plus 7x is 11x. So we get 7x squared from here, right? Plus 11x plus 4, right? Do whatever method you want. Doesn't matter to me. Um, so distribute, let me show you, let me streamline this a little bit because all you're doing is distributing the first term and then distributing the second term and then combine like terms. So if you distribute the first term, so here 4x times x is 4x squared. 4x times negative 7 is negative 28x. And then distribute the second term. So 6 times x is 6x. That's positive 6x. 6 times negative 7 is negative 42. So just make sure you're paying attention to those negatives. I should point this out. Treat this as a negative 7 when you're multiplying. So that's why that's a negative 28 and that's a negative 42 because we're multiplying by a negative 7. And once you're here, the like term should be in the middle. So negative 28x plus 6x, negative 28 plus 6 is negative 22x, and then bring down the rest of the polynomial. 4x squared minus 22x minus 42. There we go. Same thing here. Let's do it with the box. All right. So I'm going to put the 4x plus 6 on top. This will be an x minus 7. And then multiply to get like a multiplication table to get fill in the box. So x times 4x is 4x squared. X times 6 is 6x. Negative 7 times 4 is negative 28x. Negative 7 times 6 is negative 42. Your like terms end up kitty corner to each other right there. So that's negative 22x. So we have 4x squared minus 22x minus 42. Again, follow your heart, whichever method you prefer. We are going to, let me see. Yeah, we'll do this one. It's important to keep track of the negatives on this. So when you're distributing, remember this is a negative here. So treat that as a negative 6, and then that's going to be negative 8. I'm going to do something with that in a minute. But let's distribute the 6x first. So 6x times 2x. 6 times 2 is 12. X times x is x squared. 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Don't forget the x. Then when I distribute this next term, this is a negative 8 I need to distribute. Negative 8 times 2x, negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. Don't forget the x. Negative 8 times negative 6 is positive 48. Just be careful with the negatives. All right, add these together. So negative 36 minus 16, that's negative 52x. And then 12x squared minus 52x plus 48. All right. The box, again, you just want to be careful with the negatives if you're using the box method. So 6x minus 8, this would be 2x minus 6. So 2 times 6 is 12. X times x is x squared. 2 times negative 8 is negative 16x. 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Don't forget the x. Negative 6 times negative 8 is positive 48. Combine like terms here that are kitty corner. So that's going to be negative 52x. Bring down the rest of the polynomial. 12x squared minus 52x plus 48. All right, so just be careful with the negatives. Again, you do not need to use both methods. Pick one of them, either the distribute or the box. Follow your heart. It doesn't matter which one you use. Just pick one of them and use it. All right. Here, this is the same thing, just more terms. All you need to do is distribute. So over here on the distribute, I'm going to start distributing the 5x. 5x times 3x squared. 5 times 3 is 15. X times x squared is x to the third. 5x times 8x. So 5 times 8 is 40. X times x is x squared. 5x times 7. 5 times 7 is 35. And then don't forget the x. Distribute the 3. So here, distribute a positive 3. So 3 times 3x squared, 3 times 3 is 9. And here's what I'm going to do. Since I know this is going to be an x squared, I'm going to line it up underneath its like term. So I don't have to search for all the like terms. So it's going to be an x squared. So it's just going to be 9x squared. Line it up underneath the like term. Then 3 times 8 is 24. And then don't forget the x from the 8x. And then 3 times 7 is 21. Now, when I combine like terms, it's all lined up. All right. So I don't have to search for them. So if you just follow that pattern, it'll be real simple to find the like terms. No like term for the 15x cubed. So it's just 15x cubed. 40 plus 9 is 49. So 49x squared. 35 plus 24 is 59. So 59x plus 21. And there we go. If you prefer the box, to make a box, you just need to make a longer box. It can be a tall box or on a side like this. It doesn't matter, but it's going to be a rectangle this time. It's going to be a 2 by 3. Um, so it's going to look like this. So you just need a space for each one. So that means my 5x plus 3 is going to go on the side here. And then it's going to be 3x squared plus 8x plus 7, and then multiply, get through. So 5x times 3x squared is 15x to the third. 5x times 8x is 40x squared. 5x times 7 is 30. 5x, 3x squared times 3 is 9x squared. 3 times 40, 3 times 8 is 24x. 3 times 7 is 21. Again, like terms are kitty corner to one another. So just on these diagonals here. So I'm going to bring down the 15x cubed. Here, 9x squared, 40x squared is 49x squared. 24x, 35x is 59x plus 21. Again, do not use both methods. Pick one and just use that one. It doesn't matter. Use which one you like the best. Let's do one more with some negatives. So here, I'm going to distribute this 5x first. So 5x times 3x squared is 15x to the third. 5x times negative 4 is negative 20. X times x is x squared. And then 5x times 1 is just 5x. Again, I'm going to distribute, pay attention to the negatives. I distribute the negative 6. That is a negative 6. So negative 6 times 3x squared, that is negative 18x squared. I'm going to line that up underneath the other x squared so I don't have to search for the like terms later. Negative 6 times negative 4 is positive 24x. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. And then now I'm just going to combine like terms, just add these together. So nothing to combine the 15x cubed with. Negative 20 combined with negative 18, that's negative 38x squared. 5 plus 24 is 29x minus 6. And there you have it there. Last one doing the box. So make your 2 by 3 box. The binomial, the two terms, go on the side here. 5x minus 6, so then you get 3x squared, a negative 4x, and then a positive 1. So 5x times 3x squared, that's 15x to the third. 5x times negative 4 is negative 20x. Squared, x times x is x squared. 5x times 1 is 5x. Negative 6 times 3, that's negative 18x squared. Negative 6 times negative 20, negative 4 is positive 24x. And then negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 1 is negative 6. Like terms, again, are kitty corner. They are diagonal from one another here. So I'm going to start with my 15x cubed, combine the x squared. So negative 18 combined with negative 20 is negative 38x squared. Combine the x's, so 24 plus 5 is 29x minus 6. And there you have it. That will do it for today. Next time we are going to be doing special products, but more of the same, more multiplying. We'll see you next time.